This is why you're not getting better. You're thinking in techniques and not in concepts. My name is Dima Morovani. I'm an international Jiu-Jitsu coach. I coached a lot of world champions, European champions, and even the $1 million grappler, Nicky Rod. I was there when he won the million, a historical moment. And you probably know me from the B-team camps where I am the head coach. So yeah, and today I want to share with you one of the most important things about your jiu-jitsu journey, because people look a lot at training methodologies, and I think that's good. It's good that we look at it and that we improve. But if I can give only one piece of advice in your journey of attaining a skill set or getting better, is to look at concepts rather than techniques. What I mean by that is most of you, probably like me, started to watch instructionals. I watched every instructional out there that was available from my favorite instructors. So I also want to shout out the people where I stole the most stuff from in the beginning, before I stole it from my athletes, because they are so talented and I'm very fortunate to be in a good room. John Danaher, Gordon Ryan, Craig Jones. I learned a lot from this, but I think there's a better way and a faster way. And what I mean by that is this. I want to demonstrate it with Jozef's tripod passing. If you don't know who Jozef is, he's probably the best passer in the world, or one of the best passers. And what he likes to do is a tripod pass, okay? So I don't know if you saw it before, but a tripod pass is pretty much where you're in this position here and you beat the butterfly hooks from your partner. So this looks very cool, and most people that attend one of his seminars want to learn this. But I think this is actually very hard. Like, it's not impossible, but if you want to mimic it like he does, you need to mimic his whole body, his mind, and whatever. Listen to how Jozef teaches it. I think he teaches it in a very, very smart way. So even if you try to tripod pass and you can't, if you watch his seminars or his instructionals, you will still find your way of passing. And I like to do it the same way. What do I mean by that? I mean by that it's not important how it looks, it's important why we do it. So for example, I use another method. I use the high body lock method to achieve the same concept. And the concept is here, if my partner can't raise his shoulders, he doesn't have too much power in his legs. So if Linus lays down and he wants to kick me over his head, it should be very easy because he can concave himself. So just kick me over your head. Here. But if I ask him to do the same thing without actually concaving, so let your shoulders on the ground and try to kick me, it's impossible because he can't get into this position. So if I understand this, I can use any method that feels good for me. So for example, we could experiment with, I could try to tripod pass and I try to put his shoulders on the ground. If I understand how it goes, perfect, but if he still can move his shoulders, probably something is wrong. So I can just ask myself, what is my preferred way? Like, what feels right to me? So for example, it feels right to me if I grip a tight leg grip. So now, if I pin his shoulders down and he tries to move me, it's still very, very good for me, and I don't need to be in the same position as from the person that I saw it from, okay? And this is what I mean. First of all, you need to understand the why, and then you understand the how. And the how is individual. So what is my job as a coach? Or what is your job in order to pursue skill? Understand what the how is for you, share it in the most best way where you think that most people can attain it. So for example, I would show a high body lock pass. I think this is the easiest to understand this, or a tight waist pass. And then you can see on different characters what they prefer to do. And then in the classroom, you can teach these people these specifics. But for the whole classroom, you try to understand the concept, or you try to explain the concept, and you show what's the most high percentage. And then you can go individually. Okay, so this is how you attain skills, and this is how you have a, how can I say it, your horizon gets bigger. Okay, because you know more moves, but it's not about the moves, because everything is built on the concept. The concept is built on the why, and this is built on the how, and the how is built on the why. I hope that makes sense. Concepts, why, how. Okay, and we can also use it for different things. One of my favorite concepts is to push the knees forward to finish. You can use it in almost everything. I like to show it from the legs most of the time. So I like to finish with the lower body, not with the upper body. So if I pin his knees between my knees, I can push my knees forward. You see the distance that is traveling? So the finish will come very, very easy. And I can use it for every submission, or almost every submission. If I'm on his back, I can use the same submission. Most people try to finish on the back with the upper body. And this is really good. I can finish with the upper body, no problem. But if I have a strong upper body grip, now I can just push my knees forward and his body will travel. And you see, it's even worse, okay? Because you see, his whole upper body is traveling forward, but I pinned his neck, okay? So this is how I like to teach it. I like to understand why it works. And you can look at the best guys in the world, but I think if you just copy their moves, you will not be as successful as if you understand the concept behind it. And I think people that do a great job of explaining the concept behind their ideas is Jozef Chen, is Owen Jones, and I'm very fortunate to have people around me that are good at this. So it's easy to explain, but your job is to understand it for everyone. So if you see a cool move from your favorite athlete the next time, try to understand why it works, and then experiment how you could implement the why. Guys, I have a Patreon, and it's pretty much my whole training systems are there, the moves that I teach are there, and I try to do most of the things in concepts, obviously also techniques, but the techniques should help you understand the concepts. So if you have any questions, specific questions on your game, you can just sign up on my Patreon. I leave a 30% off for the first month code in the description. And yeah, I hope to see you there. And I also have the whole B-Team camp there, both B-Team camps that I did with all the techniques, all the concepts, and also a skill development program and a lot of more stuff. So if you guys are interested, leave a like. If you want to have more free videos, visit me on my Patreon and comment what you want to see next. Hope to see you soon. Awesome.